Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Fickner. I'm the Flood Mapping Coordinator with the Nevada Division of Water Resources Floodplain Management Program. And today I'll be showing you several online resources for flood awareness education, brought to you by the Nevada Floods team. First, I will introduce you to the Nevada Floods Story Map project. This project seeks to tell the history of flooding along each of the major river systems in Nevada. This includes the Carson, Truckee, Walker, Humboldt, Muddy, and Lower Virgin rivers. All right, so here's a cool spot in the Walker River story map. You can see the progression of Walker Lake getting smaller over time here. Here's the Humboldt River watershed as it stretches across much of Nevada. Next, we've got the Muddy River. It was settled early 1900, just all of the flooding that they had to deal with. And last, here's the Lower Virgin River. I think this is an especially cool photo because you can just see the extent of the flooding here, which is pretty cool. So next, I will show you a resource created by the Clark County Regional Flood Control District. This is Flood VR, a 360 virtual reality experience. As you may have gathered from the title, it works with a VR headset but can also be viewed over YouTube like I have here. This experience allows you to see a possible outcome of crossing a flooded street, something that could be really dangerous. And what's cool about this is in full screen, I can actually still experience the 360 view. Now, I'm actually going to stop that right there so you can go and explore that on your own. Last, I will share our Flood Fighter Nevada video game. This is a problem-solving game you can play on your computer. Essentially, you get to take on the role of water manager as you work to keep Nevada towns from flooding. As you advance through the game, you will learn about different factors that can lead to flooding. Let's take a look around here. If you click on the computer, in this handbook here, you've got different things that you can page through and learn about. So here's the types of floods. Here are the different kinds of levees. These are going to come into play when you start playing the game. I'll show you that in a minute here. If I click over on Nevada Dams and Floods section, you can see the history of different dams and floods that have happened in the past here. First, you can see the Hoover Dam here. This is personally my favorite photo of the Hoover Dam being built. Pretty cool stuff. All right, click down here. Flood of 2005 in Reno. You can see just how extensive this flooding was, how much was underwater. This is pretty cool. You can see this excavator taking whole trees out of the river here. You just see how high that water got. It's almost overtaking the bridge. All right, so let's look at the glossary. Here you can just look into these terms that you're going to see in the game itself, and you can learn a little bit more about them. And then achievements. Got a whole bunch of different things to try here to keep the game interesting. And then, of course, we've got a help menu. I'm going to take us out of here. All right, let's click on the scenario select. So as you progress through the game, you can play these different levels. I haven't gotten far enough to play the last two, so let's check out level 4. All right, so it's Lahontan Valley. And click Begin Planning. Here are the blueprints for the area you're going to be working in here. I'm just going to put it on easy. I'm going to give myself the maximum number of trucks. And I'm going to go with the most expensive levee type. Here's your budgeting over here. This is how much I have left. Every time you do an inspection or a repair, a little bit of money comes out of your budget. All right, I'm going to start that scenario. Just give it a second to load here. I'm going to click through this first little part so we can get through this quickly. I just sped up the progress of the game here so we can see as much as possible in a short amount of time. So here are the patrol trucks. They're going along the levee to make sure everything is in tip-top working condition. If you look down here, this is your reservoir capacity. You don't want to let the water get above the top of it for obvious reasons. And likewise with the river water. If that gets too high, then your town is flooded. Now, since we've got a big rain event coming, I'm going to open up the outflow gates to make room for this rain event. Wow, okay, I've already got something going on here. I've got joint separation going on. So I'm going to send a repair truck to keep that from breaching. All right, it's really coming down. I should probably just cruise around here and see what's going on. As you can see, I'm putting my mouse or my cursor on the sides of the screen to move around. But you can also use the AWSD keys to scroll around. All right. So I'm going to call that right there. I don't want to give too much of it away for you. And that's actually all I have for you today. Gonna get out of here really quick. All right, so please visit our website at nevadafloods.org. You can find links for the rest of the resources in this video in the description below. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.